Hey guys, it's Cubs, and boy do I have another one for you. This one here is not only usable by low level alts as well, but it has to be the easiest grind I have ever released. Honestly, possibly that I've ever done, and it's probably my new favourite farm. Now, I had to get YouTuber Arinithius to test the numbers for me, link in the description to his channel. However, I will be leveling a new character live later today to show you all of these runs in action. This method is doable at level 1. However, I would always recommend doing it in T4 or the highest difficulty you can for the more experience and additionally for the increased density. If you have it under level 50, stick to Adventurer, it's the most efficient. Now, stick around to find out the numbers, but more importantly how I managed to lower my clear speed to 1 minute using an even newer method of the Nightmare Dungeon reset. So where are we? We are in the Forsaken Quarry. It's actually just north of Kivishad. And Kivishad's one of the first cities you go to, everybody should know about it, and it's right around the corner. We are going to be using the new Nightmare Dungeon reset method, as I've explained, and that's what makes this run so viable. This dungeon was skipped before due to the reset time taking about the same amount of time as the dungeon itself. Now you can expect about 230 to 250,000 experience on Torment with an elixir in about 55 seconds to a minute, but then it takes 15 seconds to reset. With the logout method, it's more like 45 seconds to reset, so it wasn't really worth. If you don't know what Nightmare Dungeon reset method is, I'll leave a link in the description below. However, it only works for Nightmare difficulty, so T3 or higher. If you are lower, you'll still have to use the old-fashioned logout reset method. So let's get into it. We're going to be doing the first part of the dungeon only, which is kill all enemies. Unlike the other kill all enemies we've done, the mobs don't drop from the sky. So, barring one very small pack near the start. Other than that, we're just going to be clearing them, and there will be 3 packs of elites in here. I know that doesn't sound like much, but the density is still incredibly high. We have 3 different paths we can take. It's a very linear method, and as you can see, I've already dropped a legendary there. Oh, I've already dropped 2. That's right, the legendary drop rate here is incredibly high. Now, so there's 3 different paths. The first path will have a block off to the left or right, which you will clear. Well, sorry, but the first one will have a block off to the left, which you will clear, and you will then go right, which you will follow this path all the way to the door. There's the mob's about to drop down here, potentially. The next path will take you down to, there'll be a block off to the right, and the left path will take you to a door. The third layout will bring you towards a circle, which will have 2 very small alcoves, which you will just clear, and then you will continue down the third one that takes you, here-ho, to a door, to this room here where all the elites are. On the circle pack, there is a chance for an event wing to spawn. It's not every time, but there's a chance. There's another legendary. As you can see, the amount you get here is pretty nutty, and I'm already full. The event is not worth doing. We skip it. Now, as soon as you've cleared it, like I said, that takes me about, on average, 55 seconds to a minute if I'm not on video. I think it took me about 1:10 there because I was talking and reading through my script. This is the funky part. Normally I would tell you to hold E and click leave dungeon. This time I'm going to tell you press T and teleport to Kivishad. Because we are teleporting to town, it actually has about a 4 to 5 second less time in loading screens to teleport to town and teleport back. You probably think, why are we teleporting straight back to the dungeon we've just done? Well, when you've done the Nightmare Dungeon reset method, teleporting to town and teleporting back will reset the dungeon. You don't just have to run outside. Now, 4 to 5 seconds doesn't sound like a great amount of time, but it's 8%. And that's 8% more experience for free every run. It's also less chance of being hit outside the dungeon, for example, lunatics outside of Eridu, which I'm sure you all remember. So this one here, we're going to clear out the mobs here just to the right, and we'll continue forward. So we're going to run it again, and again, and again. Now, it takes quite a while to farm these runs, guys, and find out the best ways, the best leveling methods for you, and I'm always doing my best to try and find the best ones. But as I said, it does take time, and only 5% of my viewers are subscribed. If you do like what you see, I'd really appreciate if you could drop a sub. It's totally free for you, and it really helps the channel grow. Now, we are so close to hitting that 1,000 subscriber milestone. But we'll be going live in about an hour to go and do this method and a couple of other methods, and I think we're going to try and aim to do either 1 to 50 or 1 to 70 today. I might even just push 1 to 70 because why not? And if you do want that, leave a comment, let me know that you'll be tuning in, and we'll wait and see. If you like what you see, don't hesitate to drop a like. And that's where we stand, guys. I hope it helps. Until next time, Cubs, you know it. Peace.